How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another video, and for this one we're going to be talking about the episode 1 for Elfen Lied. And oh boy, I think I'm going to go ahead and just point out again the beginning of the video where it says that this has, content not exclusive for kids. So please don't get mad at me when I discuss this, as well as my background video. But anyway, okay. So this is, I will say, the opening of it, I love the music, and it's something that I don't usually talk about when it comes to doing my Let's Watches on the first round, which is basically the music and the intro for the show. The music is so freaking gorgeous to listen to, as well as, or at least it's beautiful to listen to. That makes any sense. And the art that is, I guess, in the intro resembles that of a famous Austrian artist, Gustav Klimt, if I pronounced that correctly. If I said it wrong, please correct me in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, especially if I got it wrong. But the beginning of the episode starts off really strong, where the character, who we find out is called Lucy, goes on a rampage in this holding facility. It starts off with her in this containment cell. I guess some poor sap isn't within her reach, and she's using her abilities to rip these people apart. And she's just going to town with all these poor security guards who have no idea what they're dealing with, and she is just ripping through all of them, including this poor unfortunate secretary. And I will say, the moment where they show her and she's talking about today, she's like, today's gonna be different, I'm not gonna screw up, and sure enough, she gets disemboweled. And I'm just like, that's usually the last words of somebody who's going to die. And sure enough, yeah, she dead. She did. But she ends up getting through the facility, and we see glimpses of somebody who's practically helping her escape. And in this situation, to stop her from leaving, or at least trying to stop her to leave, they use a high-powered sniper rifle, or pretty much with anti-tank rounds, to try to take her down, because apparently the vectors, as they call it, I guess can't deflect an anti-tank round. So they use that, and what ends up happening is it breaks and she's wearing, by the way, I like the design, because the entire time she is, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it, since I talked about explicit content. She is completely in the nude except for this helmet that she wears, which I think is kind of reminiscent to the helmet for Evangelion Unit 1, or at least it's close to it. Tell me if I'm wrong, but the design of it kind of almost seems similar. So anyways, yeah, they shoot her. The bullet hits the helmet. You see a little blood come off of her head, and she falls into the water. And apparently they're on an island. It seems like, anyway. And then now they're worried, oh shit, she's loose. So it cuts off from there, and we are introduced to Koda and Yuka, two cousins who I guess have a lot of history. They end up going to the beach and meet up with Lucy, who I'm assuming, due to the sniper round, she has no memory, and I guess to some extent has a kind of cutesy personality that only says "new." So they take her. They dress her and then take her to where Coda will be staying for college, because I guess both Coda and Yuka are staying, or at least going to college. So yeah. After that, we get a little bit of interaction with the facility, I guess the director, and this soldier called Bato, who's a bit of a psychopath. Like, they're doing this training, and instead of like just killing the villains, he's killing everyone. So I'm like, okay, this guy is a little bit unhinged. And yeah, I mean, there's a point where they're talking to him about killing Lucy, and this poor, I'm assuming another secretary, shows up to try to ask him a question, and he just freaking spins around and just smashes his elbow. Was it his elbow? But like some part of his arm, freaking into her, and she comes crashing down, and he just tells her, never sneak up on me. And this poor secretary is on the ground in shock, bleeding, and it's like, holy shit, this is fucked up. Like, seriously fucked up. Then it goes back to the Coda and Yuka with New, and Coda is unpacking, and I guess out of his backpack is this case with a seashell. And it turns out that this seashell is from his sister, a sister who passed away, and he claims that she died from an illness, though listening to Yuka, there's something else going on with that. And he talks about how important the seashell is, and Lucy / New, I'm just going to call her New at this point, grabs the seashell, breaks it, and he flips out. Which I can understand why he'd flip out. But this sets up this whole thing where he just goes off on her, tells her to get out of there, and New, just about to go to tears, runs out. And the episode ends with like Yoko kind of like maybe trying to understand why New would break the seashell. And the episode ends with New on the beach, and Bato and the task force that's supposed to kill her are arriving at their location. I gotta say though, I'm really curious on watching more of this show. Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by to check out this video. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, as well as follow us on social media. Links are in the description. Check out gaming content from MJ, Aden, and Magi, as well as our daily content on the YouTube channel. Follow us on our podcast, which is 6 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays. From everybody of Novakast, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.